Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good whatever the case may be. Welcome to my stream. I'm Zero One. Thank you for joining me. Today we are playing Timberborn, but that's not even the most bizarre thing we're doing. I'm streaming using OBS Studio, which I normally do not do. I've been poking around for the last couple of weeks trying to use a new streaming protocol called SRT, and in XSplit in particular, which I normally use, and that has not worked out for me. So I tried setting up everything on OBS to give it a shot. I was doing some tests yesterday, and that still isn't working out for me. Nearest I can tell or get information about is that OBS doesn't like Radeon cards, GPUs, and so that's acting weird, supposedly, according to Beam. I'm not so sure if I believe that or not. Personally, I think it's some problem with SRT being converted over to the traditional broadcasting software protocol called RTMP, which is a fancy way of saying this is a bunch of stuff that you don't really need to know about or care about, and so who cares? Anyway, when we last left off in streamed period in Timberborn, I had lost most of my villagers, my little beavers, for some reason, and don't really know why. And I was down to literally 3 of them, and one of them was an infant, I think. And so we ended up getting another one born, and so we're still trying to recover our early village. And so, without much further ado, let's go ahead and hop on in. And let me know if anything's not working right, because, well, frankly, everything here is bizarre and new, and I'm not used to OBS. And things transition very quickly in OBS. I need to figure out how to adjust that transition speed, or add a dissolve or something. Alright, so our little ranger friend is busy planting new trees. You are not doing anything currently. Let's see, can we recover or get those trees? In theory, we should be able to get these trees. Why are we not getting those trees? I don't know. So, it's going to be a while before we have trees anyway, so let's pause that. Let you run around doing something else. Maybe something involving water. While we don't really need very much water right now, I'd rather have someone doing the water thing rather than not. Get up to speed 3. Get through the power through the night. Heck, let's just power through everything. Building lacks workers. No. It looks like we actually have plenty of food, so let's pause the farmhouse. Get that going. You can pause that too. We need the science. Alright, so we have 4 adults working. Excellent. Yeah, replant all those trees. We are still not doing great, Spring. As I explained before I actually got into the game, last time we played, The village nearly got wiped out. I don't know why exactly, but we went from having about 10 or 12 beavers down to 3. And currently we're at 4. So we're doing okay. We're not dead yet, which is always good, but certainly fewer than what we would like to have. Okay, good. That's done. Yeah, finish planting those trees. We still have plenty of food. We have a decent amount of water. We'll pause the water. Storage. Can we research large water tank? Not yet. Not even medium water tank. Nope. 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 Let's put it on a grindstone. We don't even have enough money for a medical bed at the moment, which is kind of sad. We'll put a campfire down up there. That requires almost no resources, which is good. It requires a few more resources, but meh. Okay, so we have people working here, here, here. I feel like there's somebody missing. District Center, Inventor, Forester, District Center. Okay. Knock that down to 1 person. You cannot reach. Rather than have a long, long path. Whoops. We'll do that. We'll put another staircase there. Do another path off of that. All the way over there. And do another lumberjack flag here. Which should enable reaching all the way over there. Now, that will only go as far as that. You, where will you reach? Not up there. Okay. Fine. Be that way. Warp speed. Okay, so that got all the planks it needs. It just needs a log now, which is going to take forever. Yep, looks like we had another one die of old age, but we have another beaver that was born. And it's going to take them forever to grow up. Food is not an issue right now. Okay, let's turn off this lumberjack up here. And we'll turn this one back on. Pause there. We don't need, right now, anybody to build. What we need is wood. And while this is not the most ideal of forest, it's here, it's now, it's available. Vinter, do you need resources? No? Good. Spring, do I sound alright? Does everything look alright? Yeah. Alright, that's good to know. Thank you. I guess we'll put another lumberjack place up top here. Temporarily. Long enough to cut down these trees. That is, once we have enough buildings and beavers. Yeah, you just keep planting those trees. And you keep inventing. And you keep cutting down these trees. For now. Alright, put you back on building, which should get you building this. Let's make that the priority. I don't know that this actually does anything. Place for beavers to relax and socialize in the evening. Alright, well, that's fine. Fast forward. Prepare to fast forward. Preparing to fast forward. Fast forward. Fast forwarding. What building lacks materials? This? Well, yeah. I'm also lacking beavers right now, so I'm not going to worry too much about lack of materials. A moment. We pause that. We mark all these trees for destruction. What we really need are the double lodge and triple lodge. Though, not right now, since we only have 3 living beavers. Hey, Quigs. How's it going? How are you today? And yeah, they're having a minor industrial revolution, though they're struggling right now. These may not be plantable areas because of water, distance from the water. Oh, good. Glad to hear it. A pitching event? Huh? Pitching stories and whatnot? Or books? On Blue Sky? That sounds fascinating. I'm functional. Let's leave it at that. I am functional. I am functioning within normal parameters. Oh, cool. Not that I've written anything in a very long time or feel like I'm capable of writing anything at this point in my life, but I'd be interested in that. It is a great idea. Cool. Congrats. Come on, beavers. I don't need you to grow old and die. I need you to, well, continue to live and reproduce massively. You're getting old. Oh, well, no, you're 9. You're getting old. You are getting old. And you are not old. Come on, get older. Reproduce. I have to save this village. Probably. Not a drought. Okay. Let's see what we can do about saving some of these things. Warehouse, medium. Inventor, stop. You, stop. We need builders. Build this thing. Will we have enough logs? I don't know. Carrots. Or 15. I don't know if it's like that in China, but it's definitely like that here in this game right now. Our drought is coming in 2.7 days, so not very long. I want to try to save the carrots. I'd like to save the potatoes too, but I'm going to focus on the carrots. I don't have enough science to build levees or floodgates, which is unfortunate. Let's shut that lumberjack down. You get in there and start harvesting. Alright, so we have a fair number of potatoes already stored up. I need to see the teas. I need to see any of it. Spring, be sure to point that to me later. Or point me to it. One or the other. As long as the preview and I know where one another is. Thank you. Well, being -16, what's going on with this poor beaver? Ah! They're hungry? Absalom? Okay. They just needed to eat. No big deal. Okay. Pause that. Activate water pump powers. We should have enough water to make it through the drought, but just to be sure. Alright, where are you going? You taking that to the lumberyard? Is that where you're going? Yeah, I think that's where you're going. As soon as you're done with that, little beaver, come over here and help with the farm. The one thing I'm very glad about with regards to this game is that it doesn't have, or the beavers don't have any special skills. That one isn't any more suited to any particular job than any other. So all of them can do any job and do it just as well as any other. I am very thankful for that. No, thankfully. But in some games, you have creatures that are better at one thing or another than all the others, or all the other jobs. No, I haven't seen that. That does sound fascinating. I don't know how I feel about a rat colony game. Hypothetically, it should be just like this, right? But at the same time, it kind of terrifies me. Rats are smart, usually. But doesn't mean they're not frustrating to deal with. And to some extent, disgusting. I get, especially with the lab mice or lab rats, that they can be very clean and take care of themselves and everything, but just the whole idea of them. How do you know? Do you speak rat? Come on, grow up already, kid. Yeah. I know they get a bad rap, particularly because of the whole bubonic plague thing, but I don't know if I can deal with a rat. That said, I am Year of the Rat in terms of Eastern, whatchamacallit, zodiacs. Not that I'm going to say go and kill all rats or exterminate them just because they exist in any area, but I don't know. Yeah, I know. That's why I said they get a bad rap for it. They had nothing to do with it directly other than having fleas. No, I did not watch Your Friend the Rat. Funny, is it? Funny, eh? Unless these beavers start getting older soon. Or rather, reproducing more. I don't think we're gonna make it. I think we'll be at a stalemate at best. Okay, water's looking good. Right? Put that bum to work. Gather some more water. I said fire one. What are you doing? Just carrying logs around to be carrying logs around? What's going on? Especially in games. There are some things in this game that says, all right, maybe this isn't the industrial era or age, because we get some fancy things like bots. There's also zip lines and other things now. Yeah, zip line beam. I want to see that. And zip line, pylon, station. I want to see these things. But if I don't manage to recover my population, we will not see these things. Wonder how long this drought is going to last. All right, water's at maximum capacity. Get to gathering. We have plenty of berries, we have plenty of food, but waste not, want not. And even if this isn't the industrial era, you know what? It's a small colony. Everybody needs to pitch in to survive. Put those kids to work. When we go to Mars, if there are any kids among them, or kids born within the first few years, assuming that the colony doesn't collapse within the first, 30 to 40 days, put those kids to work as soon as they're able to do anything. Okay, get back to inventing. Alright. Where people have jobs. Works at the water pump, which is now going to be shut down very soon. Because there won't be any water soon. Works at gatherer flag. Which gatherer flag? Okay. Berries. I'd say go ahead and get them replanting those trees, but right now, that's not an urgent thing. We're about to be out of water. Well, water to grow things with. And we need more people. Logs and planks. Okay, platform. What do you cost to make? Planks. Four days. Oops, wrong thing. 4 days of drought. Well, let's put that time to good use. I do love that there's a hamster wheel that can actually help power the lumber wheel, or lumber mill, or anything else for that matter. I love that. There are so many wonderful little details here. And that's part of the reason I actually love this game very much, even though I don't play it a whole lot on stream, and lately I haven't played it a whole lot, period, but you can ask Spring how many times I've stayed up till 4 in the morning playing this game. It starts off with me going, well, I'll just play for an hour or so. And then 6, 8 hours later, I'm still playing it. We do. I was never able to get into Civ. I first tried it in, like, the year 2000. Civ, I think, 3 or so. Maybe it was 4. I don't remember. This is so true, Spring. This is so true. It's great to have a game you love, isn't it? Okay, so my plan, I use that term loosely, is to expand the base onto this side of the river. We'll probably build a new district building somewhere in this area. Assuming if we manage to recover the population and start it growing, we will do that. If I'm still struggling to maintain a population of 4 in an hour or two, then we just start over. Because it'll be an inevitable and inconclusive cycle of death. Yeah, so all of the water is gone, or going. And so my main game, I've spread all the way down here in terms of my base. And all the way over here. And up and around. And all the way up to the top of the map, too. So like here. Or is it here? I forget where. That, I think here. But that looks like that's where the water comes in, so maybe this is a variation on the map that I'm familiar with. And thinking about a new version of it, perhaps. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, Hollow Knight. No, not as of late, but if it really depends on your mood. If you're into Hollow Knight, in that Hollow Knight state of mind, you will stay up playing late. However, lately it's been more Pokemon games than not. Although there was also another game, and you certainly do have your moments with BitLife. So you have a few games that you would do that with. Okay, the kid's finally grown up. Great. Okay, what will I put him to work doing? Builder. We'll start getting this bridge together. And hopefully they'll have some offspring in the very near future. There go the crops drying out. Or the fields first, but still. One of these days I actually do have to try batteries not included. Or rather, oxygen not included. Why did I think batteries? It seems like it's a crazy, chaotic game. Which is kind of up my alley, but I don't know. Water there, good. Water there, good. I've been curious about it for a long while, so I'm definitely willing to give it a shot. What are you doing, friendo? Who are you, and why are you running around doing chores? Oh, you work at the lumber mill. All right. Fair enough. We're going to be out of planks soon, because we're out of logs now. Pause. We'll do the lumberjack thing. Six planks each. How many planks are you carrying? 4. Random attacking snake. Everybody needs some of that, right? Hey there, Stumble Rumble. How's it going? Get those trees. Teach them who's boss. We're almost halfway through the drought, so we're still looking pretty good. Still have plenty of water. Obviously have plenty of food. I think what had happened during the previous drought was that for whatever reason, a bunch of people went hungry because for whatever reason, we ran out of food. And I'm not sure why we ran out of food. And so a bunch of beavers died off, and the next thing I knew, I was down to 3. But hopefully we can get up to 5 and prove that we have a positive birth rate that will help us recover. Hopefully. I'm not going to hold my breath, but that's what I'm hoping for. $16 logs there. 3 logs there. One log equals 1 plank. Excuse me. That's terribly inefficient. There should be, I'd say, thank you, 5 to 10 planks per tree. But I'm not the designer of the game, so I don't make the exchange rate. All right, we are about halfway through the drought. We are now getting plenty of wood. Our inventor is still inventing away. Good. We're at 113 science. Still a long ways away from unlocking anything important. Like, want to get a floodgate. If I got a floodgate, I could build the one, say, or build some, like, right across here, and prevent water from just flowing away during a flood. Well, during a impending drought. Which in turn would keep the lands fertile. Another little subtle detail about this game. You could do the same here. But right now, I have no science. Or at least not enough science. And I don't have enough people. Come on, give me some more beavers. How much will another science or inventor cost? Ooh. Didn't know you could change the front door. $12 logs. Put a pause on that. 10 logs there. 18 there. 10 there. Still need to finish building that. Get back to making some some planks. Then our builder can get back to work. Bridging the river. Inevitably, I'm going to want to have access down to the river floor, which is another nice little thing. In some games, once there's water, the water is off limits. You can't swim across, you can't do anything. The beavers don't care. They're aquatic. They go underwater, no problem. You can't have certain buildings underwater, admittedly, but as far as pathing is concerned, they do not care. Which can also be a problem when there's the bad poisonous water, literally called bad water. Also need to figure out how to build the tubes. Because in addition to zip lines, they now have the ability to build basically a subway. And I don't know where that is. One of the new features of the game since I last played on... Well, before my big break from playing on stream. Not going to be in food. That would be silly. Tunnel. Ooh, that's useful. That's a new one as well. Sluice is what I think a new one as well, but I'm not absolutely sure. Or maybe the subway system isn't something that these particular beavers can do. Maybe it's something the other variety that are a little more environmentally unconscious can build, but the standard ones cannot. I have not unlocked those other beavers yet. Because you have to have a happiness score of 15 or well-being score of 15, which I have never achieved. Maybe one day. Excuse me. Still no new baby beavers. Get on that, people. Water supply is doing great, considering our drought is less than a day away from ending. But just like the water faded away, it'll fade back in. So it'll probably be a full day before the water returns fully. Almost to levees. Well, enough points to do the levees, or whatever it was. I was at floodgates. Almost. Almost enough science. And we're almost to the other side of the river. What I'm wondering is if I should actually research this bed first, the medical bed, before I do the floodgates. Because I was just sitting here thinking about the fact that you can really overwork your population. Currently, I have them set for 18-hour workdays. And you can increase or decrease that. I think the default is 16. All right, so we made it to the far side of the river. Great. And I think what I'll do is on low priority, build another crossing down here. Set these to low priority, which is another beautiful thing. You can not only tell them to start working on it or stop working on it, you can set a priority for them. And we'll build another lumberjack station right here. All right, we have a new infant beaver. Yeah, you go finish that. And then I'm going to pause the building for the time being. Would you finish that thing? Where are you going? You didn't need any more planks, pal. Unless you're gonna go work on the stairs, too. Which he must be getting ready to do. Don't mind the work on the stairs, but finish the bridge. What? Oh, didn't have all the planks. Alright, so see, the water is seeping back in. Okay, yeah, they changed the origin of the water from over here. It used to be more or less like there, or maybe here. But now it's coming out of this tunnel. This mysterious hole in the world. Interesting. And if I'm not mistaken, this was actually up on land, or off the bottom of this little river there. So yeah, they did change it, including adding this little tunnel here. I wonder if my old map is still the same, or if they disrupted everything with it. Yeah, they changed this too. Because there wasn't a little pit of where bad water would reside, or does fall into. Hmm. Either that or it's a very similar map. I think it's a very similar map where they updated it significantly. Okay, windmills. What do you take? You're 120. You're... What I need more than anything are floodgates to hold in some of this water. And I'm never sure about the direction of the floodgates. Never, ever sure about that. Well, since you're building on that, The river dried up due to drought. There are only two things to hinder you in this game in any way. Bad water, which is poisonous water from the ancient humans' pollution, and drought. Let's start the forester up again. We still have plenty of food. We'll worry about this forester later. Maybe I'll make my district crossing here. The reason I'm even talking about district crossings is that when buildings and places that you need are start to get too far away from the main district building, their performance degrades and the speed of everything kind of slows down. You'll see this green line on this road. As long as it's green, it's great. But when you start getting yellow, like we're beginning to get down here, it's beginning to get a little too far away from the headquarters. And once that happens, like I said, services and speed of everything slows down. So you need to build additional districts. And beavers can't cross from one district directly to another, so you have to have a district crossing, basically with customs. It has a nice little building, and it's staffed on both sides of the building, where one district will bring goods to the building that the other district needs. And so you'll see District 1 bring stuff down and leave it at the building, and then someone in District 2 or their side will take it from the building on over to where it's needed, and vice versa. It's really intricate and complicated, and I kind of like it. Certainly makes it a lot better than just having a like in StarCraft, you just plop down a crystal or something to continue to build in that area. Like, see how this line is nice and orange and red? It's too long. It'll work, they'll go ahead and do this, but it'll take them longer and it'll degrade performance. But yes, considering there are only two ways to die in this game, well, not really two ways to die, two enemies in this game, it makes sense that resources and limitations would be put in place. Resource limitations and availability and speed and performance limitations. All that fun stuff. Fun. And another fun thing is you can actually flood lands as well. So if with my floodgates, I can literally raise them up completely, and then water will start to rise, and you can watch it rise, and it can spill over into these lands, ruining crops, making buildings inaccessible, or functions stop working as a result. And it's It's uniquely irritating. But at the same time, it's not that hard to deal with. We're still doing good on water. Obviously, food is good. Nobody's unemployed except the brat. I mean, the new beaver. Where are you? Jarmic Sacks. You're up top just chilling? You're not doing anything? How about you go and replant some trees, buddy? You have a long ways until you're an adult. A long ways. In the meantime, let's do something a little fun. Alright, maybe not. I was going to do the shower, but it's 50 science. Which is kind of a lot when you only have 35. Then we will set the high priority on these and hope to God that we have them facing the right direction. I think they'll work regardless of direction, but still. It would be nice if they pointed out the correct direction, just in case. Feed through the night. What I'm planning here is another nice little thing about this game. A lot of the buildings are stackable. You can build on top of a lot of buildings. I'm going to make these very low priority for, when I have nothing else to do with my resources. But we'll get there eventually. Maybe. Need more planks. And I think we are all out of lumber. So get that going. You can stop replanting things for the moment and go cut down some trees.
Beaver
43, 45, 19. Okay. These poor little guys are beginning to get kind of old. I don't know how long a beaver is supposed to live in the game, but they do have limited lifespans. When number 5 grows up, I think I'll turn the water pumps back on. We're down to our last thing of water. Storage unit of water. Which is okay for a few more days. Assuming we don't get a bad water coming in. I doubt they'll do another drought right away. But it feels like they're about ready to do bad water. Okay, let's pause that again. Because it'll be nice to have another inventor, but really need to be able to get down there and build these floodgates. And I'm going to need 60 logs and, 30 planks? Which means 90 trees total. Yeah. Or at least 90 logs total. Yeah, nope. I said low priority. You have high priority things, people. pause the building entirely. Let's go ahead and do the water now. Anyway, after all, whatever. You know what I'm saying. Maybe, sorta, kinda. Again, food is not an issue right now, thankfully. So they did go through all the carrots. We're down to potatoes and berries. Yep, we have a second child, but it looks like we lost someone. Yeah. Nuggin, died of old age. Which means we're going to have another one die of old age in the not-too-distant future. I think Nuggin was 2 years older than somebody else here. Yeah, I think just a couple years older than Jarmizax. Alright, so the water, important. Lumber, important. Lumber mill, unfortunately, important. We have nobody to bring food in right now. Halsua is a little more than half an adult now. So we have no one to bring in wood. Alright. Gonna make the tough call. Shut down the inventor for now. Reopen the farm. To get everything replanted here. We'll replant with carrots everywhere. Okay, water stocks are rising again. Good. We'll mark all of this for demolition. It's good to have trees nearby, but nearby the lumber mill, but by the same token, we'll probably need those for other resources, or that spot for other resources. So, bottom line is, it looks like we're still in the positive in terms of population growth, which is good, but by the same token, it is so slow that this is going to take forever. I'm going to do a quick search and see if there are any cheats to increase population in Timberborn. It looks like there is. I don't know if this will actually work, but I'm going to give it a shot. Oh, well, Shift Alt Z. Will spawn. Interesting. We'll add 3 more. Nice. When does it arrive? Alright, we've cheated 3 more beavers into the world. It's not a lot, but it should be enough to speed things up a little bit. Or at least allow us to survive a little bit better. Cool. May it serve you perfectly forever. Yes, I cheated beavers, Spring. Woohoo! Now, if we could only get Spring to stream again. If only. Cheating beavers. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. It's entirely your right. We give that to you. We would just like maybe like a cut of the profits, if any. A small percentage. It doesn't have to be very big. Okay, good. They got started on the floodgates. Nice. Thank you. All right, so we can tunnel now, huh? It is. But I mentioned the bad water. That's what this is. Deep red and very poisonous. Fortunately, most of the time, it's just from like one or two spots, like this one here, that where it emerges. And that spot there. So usually you don't have to worry too much about the bad water. But periodically, just like you get the droughts, the rivers will turn to bad water. And so you have to deal with that too. So you won't be able to pull any water out of the river. And anything close to the water will get poisoned or have toxic effects. So there's something to protect against that, but by the same token, it's kind of difficult to figure out. I haven't figured it out very well. And I've been playing this game for over a year now. See, he's just swimming along with a log. And sooner or later, he'll need planks, which are now being generated, but not very fast. What I need are additional lumber mills, and then paper mills, and a whole bunch of other stuff that I'll eventually unlock. Alright, we have a third kid. So, population growth is back on, and I shouldn't have to add too many new beavers, if any, by cheating. Because I don't want to cheat. Not really, at least. Sure, it takes the pressure off, but I don't want to cheat. I think more than what to stream, Spring, you need the motivation to stream. You haven't had any motivation to do so. And I'd chastise you over that, but I'm not going to chastise you over it. That's not a sort of thing I should do, or anyone should do. %84 adult. All right. We're getting there. Oh yeah, science is at a dead standstill. On all of your switches? I mean, on your Switch? Not that you have more than one Switch or anything. Who would have more than one Switch? I have plenty of Switches myself, but they're not gaming Switches. They're network Switches. Alright. Those are growing, so we can pause that. Back to inventing. I feel like I have a hair in my mouth. Aha. Must have been on my lip. Oh well. Come on, inventor. Invent. We must have new inventions. Hang on. Okay, yeah. I was trying to figure out if mining was a new thing or not, but no, it's not. Because you can grab metal from some of these abandoned structures that are around, like this, and it will actually tear them down over time, which is kind of cool as well. But I wasn't sure if that was what I was thinking about. What I'm looking for is I think this. No. Not even a beehive. Ooh, 400. Farmhouse. No. Yeah, you can play that on stream. Grills vegetables. Perfect. 25 logs. Yeah, it'll be another thing to take away my logs that I need for building everything, but by the same token, it'll at least give back and we can do something with those potatoes. And eventually we can do something with spatterdock, which is a food that grows in the water. But we will pause that for the time being. I wish there was something that could be done with the carrots. Boo. I'm glad I'm influencing you with this game, but by the same token, boo. That you can't buy games right now. May that be something you can do in the near future. Let's get berry collection going since we have a bloom there. That is an absolute 100,000% complete mood. I hate being responsible, but I have to be responsible myself. At least a fair amount. Oh, they went on and built that, even though they can't get to it yet. I have almost never spent any money in the summer stale. Spring does that for me. Okay, so we need 6 more logs, and the first spot of the floodgates will be done. I don't know what I'm going to build in this spot yet. Maybe I'll build the inventor village over here. Yeah, the contamination barriers. Stops soil contamination from spreading beneath it. But I don't know how to use it. It's never worked for me. But if I get up over here, maybe I'll be able to figure that out. Oh, 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 oh. For a second there, I thought the game had frozen, because everything just looked absolutely still. But then I noticed the animation here. It's just night. Okay, science is up to 80. What can I buy? What can I buy or unlock? Oof, tunnel is 2,000. Dennis, thanks for the follow. How are you today? I still feel bad about adding beavers through cheats, but at least I didn't go overboard and add 50 or something. Just 3. And it's making a big difference. Excuse me. Science is still progressing, and I still haven't figured out what I'm going to use the science on. Oof. Dynamite is too expensive. Large warehouse, too expensive. Builder's hut. I don't have enough population right now to worry about a builder's hut. And I can't use a district crossing, because it's expensive as hell right now, to build a new district, so... Double lodge would be a good thing. But, I don't know. Aquatic farmhouse, probably not a bad idea. Bakery ultimately will be a good idea too, but not right now. Gear workshop is going to be a necessity. Gears require planks. Planks are the gears are used in windmills and other things. Don't have any metal nearby, so I don't need to worry about scavenging or mining. Maybe windmill. It's 120, and we're still a little ways away from it, but we're getting there. I will need the medical bed. That's probably what I should do. Or put it into. I've never used any of these things. I've built some of the monuments. Although none of these sound familiar, so maybe they replaced them all. We should have a new adult soon. Very soon. We may already have and may have gotten another hit. I'm not sure. Did we have anybody die off? Yep, Malak died off, and Halasua grew up. Alright, so, again, we're growing, but slowly. How are we doing on berries? Berries are good. Berries are getting better. Carrots are about 88%. 90 in some cases. But as low as 62, maybe even lower. But again, not going to worry about farming at the moment. Alright, let's stop collecting berries for the time being. And get more lumber going. Hopefully to take these out. Which should help get everything built a little bit faster. You my builder. Yep, you are my builder. You're thirsty, and ironically, you're about to go get in water. And you will still be thirsty, even though you're in the water that's being pumped out over there. Okay, we need 20 more planks over here. We have 7. Not a warehouse. Put more water over here. What are you doing? Coming over here to hammer on this, maybe? Aha! Finally have one finished. Builder. You're a builder. Alright, if no one has any objections, I think I'll just play for the rest of this stream as much as possible in fast-forward mode. So I'm always nervous about it. Makes me feel like the droughts and the bad water will pop up on me sooner. Start harvesting those carrots. Alright, we have a 7th adult. Air supply increasing. Okay, turn off the lumber mill for the time being because we have enough planks to finish. I think we have enough to finish the floodgates. For the moment, we'll set the floodgates as empty as they are, or incomplete as they are, to 100% closed. And by turning off the lumber mill, that provides more logs for everything else, which needs the logs. Alright, we're at 150 for the science. Let's go with double lodge. Because sooner or later we're going to need bigger homes. Or at least we're hoping for bigger homes. Bigger homes being a necessity, that is. Another point of sophistication with this game is that I built 3 independent... Well, I have 3... another drought. 3 independently built floodgates. But since they're connected, they all share the same floodgate status. So I can raise and lower the floodgate, and they all react to it as one. You can turn off that synchronization so that you can have one up or down, but there's really no need to. At least not under usual circumstances. But if I can get these floodgates together, we can hold in all this water, which will keep the lands fertile, and we can keep pumping water as well to actually go ahead and have water for everybody, which is usually a good thing. Pause that, add a new builder. We'll have 2 people building instead of just 1, because we have quite a bit of wood now. One more day until the flood starts. Or rather, drought starts. That might be a nice thing for them to add. Floods. Yeah, see, we have our land slightly flooded there. So we have it set to 90%, and the flood waters are backing off. All right. Got that built. That's good. New housing is almost complete. We have an 8th adult now. Perfect. Just in time. So if you look, the water level here is significantly higher than there, which is great. I love that little detail. And now, throughout the the drought, until this water is used up, farming can continue. Harvesting of the berries could continue if I was harvesting berries. We'll slow down on the water pump. Get somebody collecting these berries before they get dried out, just in case. Get the hauling post together and going. You've eaten pie, oh no! Give me another 30 minutes or so. Till 4 o'clock our time. So I guess that's actually 42 minutes. Jeez, that didn't take long. Okay, we have 3 more days in this whatchamacallit, drought. Grill those potatoes. Excuse me. Well, we were up to 9 people. Oh no, Jarmazak Zorax or whatever died. Grilling potatoes. Everybody loves a grilled potato, right? They're the most overpowered food in Minecraft. But God bless them. Ah! We've reached a happiness level of 8. Which is possibly higher than I've ever received or reached before. 2 more days in this drought. Water levels are looking pretty good. I take that back. Oh no! I've been replaced by the cat. Sad. Okay, so that just needs 6 more planks. We have 1 more day of drought. We have 179 science. What else did I need to do or want to do? How much is the big water tank? 600. Next size up is 120, which would probably be a good thing, but I think it requires gears. Yeah, 20 gears, which means I'd need to have the gear factory in. Windmill. I don't know where I'm going to put this windmill. Alright, drought's ended. We'll have water back in here in no time. Metal. I don't need metal, I need gear workshop. That is 100 science. Alright. We'll start building the gear workshop. Right here. And soon we will have 120 science again. Yep, we're floating. Lower the floodgates. Open the blast doors. Open the blast doors. Close the blast doors. Close the blast doors. Okay. Pause that. How are we doing on potatoes? Potatoes are gone, man. We don't have anything else, so we'll pause that building. Double lumberjack. We are back at over 120 science, so we can do power. And then we need a power shaft to go there. Okay, water used to come through here. I guess it's blocked off there. Ah, yeah, that's right. It is blocked off there by default. Which means I'm going to need to expand over here eventually. I like having lots of water. Oh, well, if I've been replaced by the kitty cat, I may as well stay here forever. And stream forever. Get the farmhouse going again, planting. Focused on carrots. Oh no. Not thank goodness you're here. It is. It is. It is. Okay, the power shaft has been built. Just finish that off, please. Thank you. All right. We have our bridge over potentially troubled waters. Okay, let's make these high priority. Then they can start using this house. We've lost 2 more. Old age. There. Alright, they've almost got that done, which is good. We'll start that again as well. Back up to 118, 19 on the, whatchamacallit? Science. Science! We'll build a warehouse nearby as well for the gears. Gears. All right. Gears are almost always in demand, so having a small warehouse is fine. I'd love to have enough gears to actually, you know, have a huge warehouse of them, but they don't last long. Alright, so let's see what all of our little busy beavers are up to. We have 2 that are working at Lumberjack, well, as gatherers. 1 working at the water pump, 1 at the lumber mill, 1 at the district center, 1 inventor, and 1 at the farmhouse. We did just have a new birth as we were sitting here. Benny. Food-wise, we still have a lot. Okay, we will let Halasua move on to some other job for the moment. Okay, she's gone to be a forester. Actually, no. Don't be a forester. Another drought. Yay. Come here. Be an inventor. Let's get our science together so that we can hopefully be able to build a large water tower. Medium or large. One or the other. I feel like skipping medium and just going straight to large. But that requires scrap iron and other stuff, so... Happiness level 9. Nice. We'll let them start putting together the resources for these, but yeah. 20 gears each. And the gears each take a plank, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So... 50 gear, or 50 planks per, basically. Ah, we just lost another adult. Erg. Right as we have another drought approaching. Err. And let's ease this back up. Let's say to 60% for the moment. I'm thankful that we haven't encountered any bad water yet. But this is not comfortable. Okay, 75% looks good. What we're going to do here are floodgates again. Yeah. Alright, fine. That wasn't a good spot for that, but whatever. This drought is going to last 7 days, so this is going to be interesting. Put that all the way up, just in case. For the moment, stop pumping water. How are we doing with this? We need gears. Good, I think. Yeah, see, somebody had broken teeth, and so they went and used that. Okay, Benny grew up. That's good. The problem, of course, with windmills is that if there's no wind, which is another factor, the windmills produce no power. There are so many little details in this that are both beautiful and frustrating at the same time. Water, we're doing okay at the moment. Keep those carrots coming. Do we have all the planks we need for these? No. Need 22 more planks for the second one. Okay, water. Do we have enough for the water? Still need 100 science for the large water pump. Then we will work on replacing these water pumps. Almost through the drought. Almost. Okay, I think I can go ahead and pause the water pump again. Get back to building. $377 science. That's good. Drought should be over. Let this down to 50%. Maybe I should set this back to berries. All right, here comes the water. Okay. My plan, once these get built, is to essentially just let water build up here. Yeah. Not enough that floods any place, but enough that I'll be able to leak or let some flow down here in the event of a drought, if I need it. Okay. We have enough for the large water pump, which I'm going to build on the other side of the river. Yeah, that needs 5 gears, which isn't bad. Ah, treated planks. Oy. Which means I need... what? The wood workshop. And the wood workshop also depends, I think, on maple trees, is that? No, oak. Must be oak. Which requires tappers. Which, of course, is 500 science. I forgot all about that. Well, at least it'll get the resources aside from the treated planks together. Excuse me. That nearly blew my head off. All right, we have 2 more people now. Perfect. I was beginning to think that we didn't have enough people. And miraculously, nobody's unemployed. More than enough jobs for everybody. Okay, so this just needs its treated planks, which means we need the science. Which means we need oak trees. which means we need a place to put oak trees. Which take 30 days to grow. Don't mind me, just planning out the future. Yep, we got an injured. We need a medical bed. This guy's injured. Which also further disrupts my plans, man. Highest priority on that, please. Second highest priority on that. Excuse me. Alright, so next time we play this, we're going to have to save up enough science to build a tapper shack. We need more logs for this place. The tapper shack is not particularly expensive in terms of other resources that it needs. It's just like the lumberjack and the gatherer. But eventually we're going to need to have the wood workshop, which will then provide the treated lumber that this place, the large water pump, will need, and other buildings will need. So those are going to require space as well. And this is where things start getting more complicated. And eventually we'll need maple trees, which will provide medicine and antidotes, provided I build the antidote building. Which I cannot seem to find at the moment. Herbalist. Oh, crap. I need dandelions, too. Oi! Alright. Dandelion field there. And there. Yep, yep. We do have unemployed at the moment, which is a little unusual. But that's okay. Did I turn on this one? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. Why are you carrying a log over here? You don't have anything to build over here. Okay. You can stay there. Cut down the staff there. So that you can start planting trees and flowers. All right. So, in the midst of all this chaos, I think we're going to be done for the day. Because I did cheat and bring a few beavers back into our population, it has grown, and we've survived. I did only add 3 beavers, but still, it made a big difference. Our population is now back up to 12, which I was at before the great die-off. And things are beginning to look promising again. So, that's a thing. Let me do just a little bit more, which is exactly what I was talking about earlier. There's always just a little bit more that you want to do. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit. And then 8 hours later, you're still playing the game. Okay, so the important thing is we will have our new water source or water supply. That is beginning to get built up, which is good. We will survive easily any upcoming droughts with that much water. We are well stocked on food. Where are the carrots going? Or did the carrots get eaten? Oh well. I'm not going to worry too much about that. I can grade GUID or SE, huh? Well, that's good to know. I think I'll probably raid SE, though this is going to be more complicated than it should be because of the multi-streaming situation. So, my Twitch followers, thank you for being here. I'm going to send you on over to SE, our good friend. Say hi. If you're following me, you can probably use the raid emoji I have. Probably. Please do. And I will be stopping the stream in general for everybody else very shortly. Let me see here. For everybody who's not on Twitch, get on Twitch real quick. And go follow Essie. There. Let me save this real quick. All right. There. We've committed to actually, stopping the game. Let me see. Following. All right. I'm starting the raid for Twitch followers, so go say hi for me. And I hope you have a great day, great rest of your weekend, and I will see you again soon. My new plan is to actually stream on weekends instead of on Tuesday and Thursday nights, so I'll be updating that information in the various places very soon. But in the meantime, have a great day and take care. Bye.
The last to fall. I won't shed a tear for them to see. And I won't have your name to call. 'Cause I will be the last to fall.